Hi, I'm Sarah Johnson, and this is my test out barre video. This is my student Jennifer, who will be helping me today. And I will be doing 3 tracks. I'll be doing track 1, track 5, and track 10. So let's get started with track 1, the warm-up. And I want you to stand with your feet about sit bone width apart. And we're gonna have a bent knee. Our hips, knees, and feet are all in alignment. Our abdominals are in, and we're just gonna do our plie releve. So coming to a straight leg, and lifting up to those heels for our releve. Down, bend the knees, plie. Lift, lower, plie. Straighten, releve, lower, plie. So we're just warming up here. And we'll do a few more of these. For 4, plie, releve for 3. And we're breathing and standing tall for 2. And 1, coming back down to a bent knee. And we're going to go into our foot articulation. So I just want you to roll up onto that ball of the foot, coming up to that toe. Again, we're standing tall, we're warming the feet. And just rolling up and down. And we'll do 3, 2, 1 more each side. And on this right, we're going to go into a prance. So just coming up to the balls of the feet. Maybe think of a spring and springing up. Standing tall, those abdominals are in, we're breathing. And we'll do 3, 2, 1 more each side, and we're going into a march. So just bringing those feet a little bit up off the mat. And we're marching parallel. And let's add a swing to the arm. The arms are loose. The abs are in. We're breathing, we're standing tall. And we're just marching for 3, 2, 1, and march wide. Still keep those arms moving. We're standing tall. And we're going to come back to parallel. Just keep marching. And march wide. And we're going to stay here for 4, 3, 2, and 1. So staying in this position, coming down to our deep bent knee, second position, plie. Hands to the legs, we're going into our skaters. So we have a straight back from the crown of the head to the sit bone. And we're just shifting our weight from side to side. Keeping those abdominals in. Just shifting that weight, rocking from side to side. And we're breathing. And just shift side to side. And we'll do 4, 3, 2, 1 more each side, and we're going to hold center. So those arms are straight, elbows are straight, and we're back to that beginner skater position. Abs are in, back is straight from the crown of the head to the sit bone. And we're going to do our skater with rotation. So I just want you to rotate that shoulder to the opposite knee and switching sides. So it's just the torso that's rotating. And keeping those abdominals tight. And just reach with that shoulder, with the torso. And we'll do 4, 3, 2, 1 more each side, and I want you to hold center. And we're going to go into our cat stretches. So I want you to flex the abdominals in, bringing that spine up. And back to neutral. Again, flexing up and down And we'll do 3, 2, and last one. And bringing our feet in, walking back. It's done. Our next track is track 5, the leg work. So I'm going to have Jennifer come to the bar, and I'm going to add a little extra here. I'm going to have her have a ball. So we're doing the bent knee. So I'm going to have her place that ball behind the right knee, bringing the foot up to knee height. It's a flexed foot, toe to the ground. I want to bend knee on the standing leg, and I'm just going to have her bring that leg back and back in. Looking down, the thighs are parallel, and just bring that back and forward. And we'll do 6, 5, 4, 3, and 2, and 1. She can release that ball, and let's do the other side. Bringing that ball behind the left knee. Again, the foot is flexed, toes to the floor. Foot is about knee height, looking down, both legs are parallel. And she's just going to bring that ball back and forward. Just bring the leg back and forward. Keeping a little squeeze to that ball. We have good posture, those abdominals in. We're reaching through the crown of the head. And we'll do 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and last one. She can release that ball. I'm going to set that ball aside, and I'm going to have her face the bar. So we're going to go into our leg lifts. So I'm going to have her stand about a full arm length away from the bar, coming to feet are parallel, and I'm going to have her tilt her torso forward. Her abdominals in, she's in neutral. She's going to bring that right leg up. It's a straight leg, hips are to the mat, standing knee is bent. I'm going to have her point her toe, and she's just going to lift and lower. So I want you to think of lifting with that glute fold and the whole back side of that leg. And we're going to lift and lower. And we'll do 6, 5, 4, 3. Keeping those abdominals in for 3, 2, 1. Hold that leg up, and I want you to bring that leg across the center line of the body. Using that inner thigh and that glute to squeeze that leg in. For 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now we're going to add those 2. I want you to lift and in. Up 1 and in 1. And again, we're standing tall through the crown of the head. Our posture is good. And we'll do 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 more. And you can bring that right heel down to the mat, going into a hamstring stretch. And coming back up to standing. So again, we're about a full arm length away from the bar. We're going to tilt the torso forward, neutral pelvis, bringing that left leg back. And again, we're going to point the foot, hips are to the mat, and we're going to lift and lower. Paying attention that that standing leg is bent. We're reaching through the crown of the head. We'll do 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. You're lifting with that glute fold, and we're going to hold up, and I want you to bring that leg across the center line of the body. Using that inner thigh to bring, and that glute to bring it across. Squeeze it across. We'll do 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and we're going to lift up and press it. Up 1, in 1, up and in. We'll do 6 and 5. Posture is good. Those abdominals are in. They're engaged for 4. And we're breathing for 3 and 2. And last one. Let's bring that heel down to the mat. Sitting back into a quick hamstring stretch. And coming up, I want Jennifer to to stand sideways to the bar. So we're going to start with our feet parallel. Got a full arm length away from the bar. Actually, let's bring the left forearm to the bar. And we're going to bring that right leg up. We're going to hike that hip as we tilt our torso towards the bar. It's a flexed foot, and we're just going to lift and lower. These are our leg lifts. And I don't want a huge lift here because it keeps your low back and your hips safe. So looking down, you have a perfect alignment from the hip to the foot, and you're standing tall. And we'll do 4, 3, 2, and 1, and I want you to hold it up and do a leg circle. So you're going to circle and hold. Circle and hold. For 4, 3, 2, and 1, and reverse. Circle and hold. For 4, 3, 2, 1. You can bring that leg down, turning towards the other side. Bringing that right forearm to the bar. Bringing that left leg up. Hiking that hip, tilting that torso towards the bar, and we're going to lift and lower. So these are, again, we have perfect alignment from the hip bone down to the foot. And again, not big lifts. Keep your lower back and your hip safe. And you're lifting with that hip joint. For 4, 3, 2, and 1, hold there, and we're going to circle and hold. And again, our abdominals are in, we're in good posture. For 4, 3, 2, 1, and reverse. For 4, 3, 2, 1, and that completes our leg work. Our next segment is the core work, track 10. So we're going to start with the ball, bringing it to the lower back. The feet and knees are about hip width apart. Feet are flat to the mat. So leaning it back a little bit on that ball. I want Jennifer to think of scooping her belly button to the spine. And she's just going to lift and lower. So she's lifting with those abdominals. Those shoulders should be relaxed. The neck should be relaxed. And she's lifting and lowering. And she'll do 4. Keeping those abdominals engaged for 3. And 2. And 1. And I'm going to have her reach right. Scooping that belly and then to the left. Keeping that scoop. Keeping those abdominals engaged, and we're breathing. And we'll do 2. And 1 more each side. And then back to center for our last 4. We're breathing, keeping that scoop for 3, 2, and 1. Our next abdominal exercise, I'm going to have Jennifer move that ball up her back, right underneath the shoulder blades. Again, the feet and the knees stay about hip width apart, and this ball can be adjusted for intensity or comfort. So she's bringing the hands behind the head, and she's just lifting and lowering. Those abdominals are engaged. They're doing all of the work. And lifting and lowering. And we'll do 3 and 2 and 1 more. I'm going to have her come back up, bringing that right leg tabletop. We're going to bring opposite elbow, opposite knee. Again, targeting those obliques for 3, 2, and 1, bringing that right leg down, bringing that left leg up to tabletop. Right elbow, left knee. And lifting and lowering. And we're breathing for 3, and 2, and 1, and coming back to center. We're going to bring both legs to tabletop for our extra little challenge today. And we're going to just lift and lower. We'll do 4 And we're breathing, engaging those abdominals throughout this whole exercise. 2 and 1. You can stretch over the ball if it's okay for you. If not, set that ball aside and you can bring those knees to your chest. So setting that ball aside, we're going to go into our single leg stretch. So I'm going to have Jennifer come to her back. She's extending that right leg out at an angle. Left knee is tabletop. That right hand is on the inside of that right knee, or the left knee, and that left hand is on near the ankle. Coming to her upper abdominal curl, and she's just switching legs. Again, belly button to the spine, those abdominals are engaged as she reaches, pulling that knee in, reaching that leg out, and she's breathing for 3 and 2 and 1 more each side, and bringing that neck head down. And if you're ever in your neck in these, if it's not comfortable, you can always bring your head back to the mat for these abdominal exercises. Our next exercise is our double leg stretch. So bringing those knees to the chest, bringing the hands to the knees, coming to our upper abdominal curl, and we're reaching the arms and legs in opposition. And again, if this is uncomfortable for the neck, you can always bring the head back to the mat, and we're reaching in opposition, keeping those abdominals tight. They're engaged, belly button to the spine. And we'll do 3, and we're breathing for 2. And last 1. Bringing that head back to the mat, knees to the chest. And for our last little bit, I'm going to have Jennifer roll to her belly. We're going to go into the swan. So bringing the hands ear level, shoelaces are to the mat. I want the hips and pelvis pressed into the mat, foreheads to the mat. Taking a big deep breath in and pushing herself up, keeping a slight bend to the elbows. And back down, forehead to the mat. Let's do 2 more. Deep breath in, pushing up, keeping the hips and pelvis pressed in, shoelaces to the mat. And 1 more. And coming back down, forehead to the mat. Back to child's pose. And this wraps up our track 10.